прошлой игре там был замес канализацией. Великая охота добраться до особняка леди Эшбери. Чё, у меня 4000 опыта. Может быть, покачаться? Надо, наверное, прокачаться. Имя супер. Да, ничего такое. Ничего такое, да. Сильный укус. Я хочу, может, уже добить этот укус. Знаю. Барьер, свертывание. Восстанавливайте кровь в венах. Цели делая ее беззащитной. Быстрое восстановление. Все. Следующую ночь все заболеют. Переутомление, анемия, головная боль, переутомление, анемия. Жесть. Тут вообще можно, ну, кого-то вылечить полностью? Я тоже играла, это давно уже. В это давно уже ты имеешь в виду? Так. Что там по лекарствам? Я смогу что-нибудь сделать. Образец чистой крови, образец густой крови. Исследовать, исследовать, исследовать. Наделаю тут всякого. Так. Лишним не будет, думаю, точно. Что тут за кровь? Как будто этого не было раньше. Пещерные. Что-нибудь скажет?
Good evening, doc.
Задать личные вопросы. Необходима подсказка.
Goodbye, Nassau.
Она болеет чем-то, нет? Простуда болеет.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Do you need medical help yourself?
I'm afraid I've
Not under my watch, nurse. Take the...
Thank you, doc.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Анемия.
Good evening,
I
ma'am.
need blood, doctor.
Do you require...
I can just...
Well, until...
Thank you, doctor.
А все? Мне больше не надо давать лекарства.
Good evening.
Evening.
Soldier,
Not really.
as long as you remain here,
Don't think you can do more.
goodbye for now, Mr. Elwood.
Так.
Damn. The pain.
О. Тут уже убрано. Переутомление. Интересно, какое лекарство от переутомления может, ну, типа, в реальности быть?
Do you need my assistance?
Don't be ridiculous. I'm capable of dealing with
Мася.
this myself. I've just not taken
Дурацкий
the time
кот.
to do
Не
so.
допрыгнул.
Then you are lucky that I have taken.
I wish this hospital could have received.
Thank you for.
Мне кажется, переутомление-то не так страшно.
Good evening, Doctor.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed.
Ничего не скажет.
Do you need my medical attention, dear colleague?
I would have been confused if
There is no shame in help.
many doctors I have known are too cynical.
Goodbye.
You always knew the words.
Good evening, Doctor.
Слишком много здесь
Do you
подсказок.
require medical?
Do you know you're the only one?
Despite what you think.
Well, at least your reputation seems well deserved.
Здорово.
Goodbye, Mrs.
I will not let you down, my boy.
Good evening, Mr. Goswick.
I'm okay.
Do you need any?
Thank you, Doc.
А ему не нужна помощь. Он и так здоровый.
I have to
Yeah.
go now, sir.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Good evening, Miss.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Блин, анемия
Any
это
news
вообще
about my
такое
operation?
отстойное заболевание на самом деле. Мерзкое.
Is there anything else that's...
Really?
Unfortunately, you are not the only person who needs help. And complaining about it won't do you any good.
Well, perhaps you're right, Dr. Reed. I'm sure if me missus was still alive.
У вампиров не циркулирует кровь. Так я про этого чела, он же не вампир.
Goodbye.
Вот тут есть, короче, доктор. Он что-то скрывает здесь. Вот тут он. Как мне... О. Как мне встать, чтобы услышать то, что он говорит? А, во.
You don't mind if I search your pockets, do you, sir? You
Как
won't
я
need
раньше
any of
этого
these anyway.
не это
I'm not stealing from you,
не
mister.
догадалась.
I'm only redistributing your belongings to people who need them more than you. You see, no one has claimed your body, sir, so it would be such a shame to bury you with your valuables. I will not forget you, sir, and I thank you for your generous donation.
Воришка подлый. Чё, сожрать его?
It's locked, all right.
Почему закрыто? Спалили, короче. Книжка какая-то лежит. Так, и чё? Как поступить? Или рассказать об этом врачам? Или что? Ну, наверное, может быть, сожрать его
Good
просто.
evening, Dr. Reed.
Но я не смогу... Что он вообще
Please show,
продает?
of course.
В принципе, не так важно. Ладно.
Good evening.
How dare you steal from the dead, Rakesh? Is that what your pawnbrokers is really about?
These people are dead, sir. what they possessed could be.
Пользу живым, проявить уважение. Я расскажу доктору. Вы сядете в тюрьму, если вас поймают. Что делать? Расскажи доктору.
Whatever your motives, you're making money by stealing from the dead. Dr. Swansea should be informed.
No offense, sir, but Dr. Swansea is one of my customers.
Тоже мой клиент, я
I
говорю,
like to help people,
что помогаю людям.
and everybody needs help from time to time.
Все? Может быть, поговорить об этом с доктором?
Goodbye, Miss.
Бля, может его загипнотизировать?
Good evening.
А я не могу, у меня
Do you
гипноз
need
не
medical
прокачан.
attention?
Well, the proximity,
Don't take too many risks.
and that is a good.
Goodbye, Miss.
Так, ладно. А если к тому сгонять? Главному что-нибудь скажет насчет этого? Что-то скрывает? Да, если честно, я ему вообще не доверяю. Типа...
You always knew the words to calm.
Я ему вообще не доверяю.
As for me,
Вот этому главврачу в этой в больнице. Он какой-то странный. Что-то не договаривает. Ну-ка.
Jonathan, old chap.
I was conducting research in my room, away from the nightly routines.
Of course, of course. Worry not, I understand. The situation has been testy around here. I won't deny it, but we still stand.
Письмо от леди Эшбери. Какие новости?
What news do you bring?
The news is not good, my friend. We try to keep the epidemic at bay, but street violence is escalating quickly.
Эпидемия.
How bad is the epidemic?
It is killing the infected patients faster. In less than 2 days now.
Меньше, чем за 2
The only
дня.
blessing is that they are contagious for a shorter period.
Tell me more about the violence.
Jeffrey McCallum seems to have sent his war dogs on a hunt. On a
О,
nightly
походу, новое
basis,
задание.
freedom patrols exterminate every skull and vampire they find.
Have they come closer to the hospital?
No, they mainly focus on fallen districts or abandoned buildings. But they're growing in numbers. They must be recruiting heavily.
I have received an alarming letter from Lady Ashbury. She wants me to meet her at her house. I have been granted safe passage.
Then you are twice fortunate. I have never been invited to the lady's mansion. With the quarantine and controls, city access is nigh impossible.
Она вроде бы какое-то дружеское письмо прислала мне, что хочет встретиться у нее дома вроде.
Is the quarantine serving any purpose?
It is helping slow the propagation of the epidemic. But as long as we have no clue to its origin,
Та вампирша
its
рыженькая.
efficiency is limited.
Блин, я что-то это вебкой перегородила весь диалог, походу.
Why have you never entered the lady's house? You are one of her good friends, are you not?
My dear Jonathan, you have no idea how reclusive the good lady normally is, nor in what great esteem she must hold you to let you into her domain.
Have you any reliable friends in the West End who might assist me?
Unfortunately, you will be alone. Except for our ravishing red-headed acquaintance, of course.
Где найти братство? Как же моя работа здесь?
What about the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole?
Вот это братство тоже
There are only a few
какое-то
of us,
странное.
and most others would not speak to you.
братстве
I am the
я
black sheep of our brotherly
белая
flock,
ворона,
you know.
знаете ли. Как же моя работа здесь?
What of my commission here at Pembroke Hospital?
Nothing to fear, Jonathan. Your position here is in no jeopardy. You remain one of us, and you are always most welcome.
Thank you, Edgar. We...
Что? А как же, господи, про кражу?
It's locked.
Типа плевать? Его нельзя зарезать. Загипнотизировать.
Last summer's epidemic was difficult.
Так, а это что скажет нового?
Good evening,
Капризный.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to...
Do you need any...
I'm afraid I do.
Our job brings us into...
That's easy for you to...
Goodbye, Mill.
This is no time for self-pity. Just
Good evening.
good evening, Doctor.
Все заболевают. Блин, столько подсказок.
Do you require medical assistance?
I will be fine.
Nurse, you won't be able to...
I'll try, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, nurse.
Головная боль. Жесть.
Good evening.
Dr. Reed.
Подсказка, подсказка.
Do you need any medical...
Сколько я же... Я...
I will see...
Блять.
Do you need any med...
Yes.
А у меня нету лекарства. Ладно. Нет! Нет! Что это? Нет! Я не хотела. Да я не хотела, надо отпустить. Все. Я нечаянно нажала. Простуда. О! Смотрите-ка, можно подслушать разговор этих двух мужиков. Ничем не болеет. А как это сделать? Надо место найти. Они там что-то шепчутся между собой. От вампира ничего не скроешь. О. Так, заговор какой-то.
Sometimes you act like a real jerk, you know that?
Come on, Ozzy, don't be like that.
What, like what? Like someone who felt betrayed by the man he loves? Did you ever even try to find me? Rescue me?
Они геи?
You know, it's not like that. I wanted to. I was so afraid to leave the hospital, not to be seen with you.
We survived this shit together. That's all that matters. I know you did your best.
Вау. И что?
Fuck the wall, right?
И что?
And fuck 'em
Такая
all.
страшная тайна?
It's locked, all right.
А зачем об этом знать? Так, что же будет? Спросить эту ситуацию
Are
в
you
городе.
concerned about the conditions here in London?
Not really. Sick people, men in arms, fighting every night. I already faced all this during the war.
Do you need...
Don't get me wrong, sir. I'm grateful for what you've done, but
I'm certain you have your reasons.
it is true. You risked your life to save.
О чувствах Ньютону. Необходима подсказка.
Tell me about your true feelings for Newton.
I love him. I'm not ashamed to say it. He's the best thing that ever happened to me. I can't imagine life without him.
Вам нечего стыдиться. Я восхищаюсь вашей честностью.
I admire your honesty. It takes courage to stand up to society. The world needs people like you. create change.
Courage is what we needed in the trenches, looking death in the face every day. I speak plain. I speak my mind.
Have you always been this straightforward?
All I know is, before you saved me by the sewer, my only regret was I wouldn't be able
Кто бы мог подумать?
I love him, that's all.
Why should you be ashamed?
I'm not, I said. But Newton sees it differently.
Все.
Goodbye.
А зачем это знать? Но он почему-то
Hello again, Mr.
стыдится.
Bright. I'm happy to see you.
I'm eternally grateful.
Расскажите мне, вы не уходите отсюда, идите в Бирмингемскую больницу.
What can you tell me about the war, Mr. Blight? If you want to speak about it, of course.
War was... Well, you know, sir. The stench of death everywhere. Your mates lying bleeding in the mud. Just praying to make it through and get home. Bloody nightmare.
Его надо на костер, если это средние века. Это 18-й, по-моему, год. 1918. У тебя теперь есть компроматные знания Освальда раньше. Я тоже была во Франции.
Did you know Oswald Thatcher?
Мы же вроде
No.
пиздели. Я
We met in the
пиздела
battlefield.
вроде с ним об этом.
I think we're in the same boat to France. We've stuck together ever since.
Познакомились на войне.
I fought in France too. I served as a field surgeon, but it was not uncommon to repel an assault, especially at night.
Yeah. The first time I was wounded, I had to protect the infirmary from hostiles. Twice.
You are always welcome at the Pembroke Hospital. As a former officer, I'll be honored to welcome a fellow veteran.
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital. I just need to convince him that he needs some help.
Perhaps he needs to reach that decision by himself.
Could you speak to him? He doesn't usually listen to
Опа.
doctors. But perhaps because you've been through it, you can talk him round.
Я должна уговорить его об этом.
Why do you stay here now that Mr. Thatcher's back?
It's complicated. Since the war, Oswald's been really nervous with the idea of entering any hospital. And me, I've got my own issues.
Can you speak about them?
Rats, sir. Even seeing one, they turn me. Just want to run. It's that fear that stopped me from going after Oswald when he left.
Так. Я тут, я курил. Понятно. Так.
Are you
Of course I am. I'll be stuck here.
What kind of violence?
I believe people have armed themselves and started to attack those that show signs of contagion.
Ну-ка. Боязнь крыс.
What caused your phobia of rats, Newton?
It happened last year following an artillery attack. I was trapped
Это
for
было
2
в прошлом
days in a
году
hole
после
with 2 dead
обстрела окопа под трупами 2 солдат, и там были
soldiers. There were
крысы.
rats.
Go on.
They started eating me as soon as I dozed.
Слушайте, а это, кстати, вроде бы отсылка на какой-то фильм. Я видела такой фильм про каких-то чуваков,
See.
No, you don't. You have no idea what it is to
А,
wake up and bleed under bodies.
которые лежали в окопе на войне, и их жрали крысы. Ну не их, а, короче,
Found me and saved me.
солдат, с которыми они были в окопе. Это, короче, какая-то отсылка к какому-то фильму. Я не помню, что это за фильм, но это какой-то авторский фильм. Тоже про... Возможно, тоже что там были геи.
How do you feel about Oswald Thatcher?
Страшная
You are
смерть.
more than
Да,
friends, aren't you?
I love him.
это фильм такой есть.
We knew we wouldn't survive the war without
Военный какой-то, короче. Я его
I
помню.
am terrified, Doctor.
Там причем 2 молодых парня было.
Oswald
Да,
says
там
I'm
тоже
ashamed
про
of
войну, и
that.
они типа в окопе лежат с другими чуваками, и их там крысы едят.
You know,
Типа вообще пиздец.
I
Жуткая
thought I loved
картина.
man.
Блядь, что он сказал? Я никому не скажу, будь осторожна. Любите и будьте любимы.
Enjoy your love. And enjoy life as long as you can, Mr. Blight. Don't let anyone tell you who you should love.
Поддержим голубчиков.
I appreciate your kind words, sir. But it ain't that easy. It's all so new to me.
И чё? Блядь, какая-то подсказка еще.
Goodbye, Mr.
Ну-ка теперь к нему подойдем. Может мне его уговорить
Good evening.
Evening.
получится. О,
Newton is conflicted about his feelings towards you. Would you like to talk about it, Oswald?
It makes me sad and angry. It feels like the beautiful thing we have is somehow tainted. It hurts to see him so lost.
His love for you is genuine. I'm certain.
но мне кажется, в больнице об этом могут узнать.
Newton still has to accept it. knowing
Если
everything
уж
that's there.
парень с девушкой, которые в
Less than a man in
больнице
those simple-minded bigot's eyes. Though he's more
шугаются
available,
от
so fuck them all.
людей, которые там работают, то этим-то вообще, наверное, там было бы непросто чилить. Ну ладно. Мне вроде бы не удалось их в больницу позвать. Блин, у меня нет лекарства от простуды. Ой. Так, а куда мне надо? Whitechapel? Их сожгут, если узнают. Ну да, скорее всего. Просто не знаю, куда мне надо. Так. Ну да, по идее. Тут еще много болючих всяких скалей. Ой, этих. С них же всякий дроп выпадает. Есть смысл их убивать. Так. Ну, по мне сюда побежала. Да, это какая-то подворотня. Сюда? Не, это двор. Я здесь не пройду. Как? Блин, мне надо укусить кого-нибудь. Хотя у меня есть... Да, тут вон жгут кста. Есть такая тема с сожжением. Блин, тут есть, короче, этот кол осиновый, который оглушает. Ой. Быстро восстанавливаюсь. Теперь я прокачала эту штуку. Так, мне сюда? Ну да. Наверное, убивать надо. Чем-то на ведьмака похоже? Да. Ну, немного. Ну, проходить мне ее почему-то интересно. Я думала, что будет нудная. Так, сюда. О, волколак. Какой-то волколак. Блять, а что тут закрыто? Как мне туда пройти? 24 уровень. Я уже сильная. Чё мне его убивать так? Так. Как туда пройти там? Я, да, челку сделала. Да я пермача достану, ты ее в пермач засунула. Да, я не знаю, я решила випку дать просто так. Охуеть, конечно, я добрая. Это даже на меня не похоже. Так. Уже год. Жесть. Что он скажет? Поинтересоваться жизнью. Все, больше ничего не расскажет.
I'm ready for whatever's coming.
Do you need assistance?
I'm alright, but if you...
Но он здоров. Хотя у него тоже есть какие-то секретики. Свои. Так, как мне перейти на ту сторону? Тут закрыто. Вот это вот сюда мне надо. Везде все грязное. Тоже сюда не пройду. Тут закрыто. Как мне попасть в тот район? События. Опа. Что за события? Кто-то умер, наверное. Невралгия. Постоянно чем-то болеет. Расскажите мне о войне. Ну-ка.
It was the war, wasn't it? Your nerves are shot, aren't they? I need some answers, Private. From one soldier to another.
The doctors called me a liar, a coward. Put me in a straitjacket, locked me up. Finally, they sent me back to the front lines with a handful of
Стиляво, привыкнуть надо. Так. Это варварский мент, не стоит стыдиться. На фронт. Возьмите себя в руки. Ну, пох, так скажу.
Now only the pills stop me thinking about this shit. To not hear the explosions. I'm even scared of the dark these days.
Так. Если он боится темноты... Короче, его тоже, возможно, отклоняем от подозреваемого.
I can try to help you.
The war.
На будущее.
Doctor.
How are conditions in Whitechapel these days?
I hear gunshots every night. It's just like the war in the trenches, Doctor. I can't stand it.
A gun?
Обычный вояка, получается.
Good evening.
Дорогой коллега.
How is the sanitary situation evolving in Whitechapel these days?
When people buy guns instead of medication, it means they have already traded hope for fear in their hearts. In my book, that's never a good thing, Doctor.
You look ill.
My...
Well, there you have it. Take this remedy, but be...
Thank you.
Goodbye, Miss Swanborough.
Но мне маленький опыт дают за то, что я лечу их всех.
Gangs are ruining this neighborhood, if you ask me.
Где это событие-то произошло? Это где-то тут, куда-то туда идти, походу. Нет, тут закрыто. Этот странный мужик вообще, я понять не могу, что с ним. Мне кажется, он какой-то странный.
The way this sickness is spreading, I don't think there'll be enough new bloods to replace those tenants I'm losing from this bloody thing.
Goodbye.
И подслушать его никак нельзя. Какое-то событие. Что за событие? Вот это здесь. Но это же не здесь. Бать. Может, это оно? Ну да. Дом заполонили скали. Я поняла, что здесь произошло. Она превратилась в скаля. Да, мне об этом говорили, что она... Что медсестра превратилась в скаля. Дорти Крейн. Твою мать. Не знаю, правильно я делаю, что я кусаю. Маленький ключ информации. О, она взрывается, как этот гуль какой-то. Жесть. Надо было что-то с ней другое сделать. Средство от головной боли, стеклянная пробирка. Талон на медосмотр. А где он? Мне, может, отдать его кому-то надо? Вот так. Это кто? Блин, жесть. Кто знал, кто знал. Как мне пробраться? Вот сюда. Может, я неправильным путем пошла? Ну-ка. Если сказать, что дом свободен.
Mr.
Нет, ничего не будет. Ну, вообще же дед жил в этом доме.
Good evening. How is the sanitary situation in Whitechapel?
Terrible, to say the least.
There isn't just one way to help Whitechapel.
Your way seems to attract sorrow and despair, Mr. Doctor.
That's quite an accusation.
Stop pretending, Mr. Doctor.
Может загипнотизировать этого деда?
You never intended to help what?
Goodbye.
Ну его нафиг. Я потерялась. Попробую через другой путь пойти в район. В принципе, весь порт можно схавать. Там одни какие-то алкаши и пьяницы. Так, что у меня? Перманент, пермагнат калия. Например, может быть, через тот мост. Жесть, что-то их так много здесь. Ебать. Да нет. Все, пускай они с ним там справляются сами. Да мне-то... На меня-то шо? Я-то тут при чем? Все, он сагрил его. Помню, туда надо идти. Ну, по-моему, да. Конечно, что-то откроется. О! Опять он.
You must prepare, child, for the earth is bleeding and the harvest is upon us.
Кто это?
Stay away, whoever you are.
This is no time for petty quarrels, my champion. Can you not hear? The famished queen has awoken.
Leave me. Return to the shadows and never come back.
But the shadows are our home. And wherever you stand, my son, I stand beside you.
I had to kill Mary.
I have known your pain.
Кто это? Какой-то Всевышний вампир, что ли?
Silence! I dismiss you now.
The land calls for a champion. All and everyone needs you.
Silence.
Silence.
I'm tired of all these puppet shows.
Ничего не понятно. Я так понимаю, в будущем он должен будет встретиться с какими-то всевышними вампирами. Оу, кто это? Это вампирчик.
Nobody deserves this kind of punishment.
Не, мне не туда. Мне, по-моему, туда. В ту часть улицы. Здесь, походу, не пройду. А, нет, пройду. Везде эти охотники. Ничего себе. Сверхъестественные какие. А я-то тут при чем? Блять. Почему меня вампиры тоже пытаются убить? Часть спускового механизма. Это ее дом?
So this is where she lives. What a splendid house.
Ку-ку.
Dr. Reed, welcome. How are you?
As good as one can be, considering the circumstances.
Yes. Death and affliction seem prevailing themes of late. Please, come in. We have much to discuss.
I hope I haven't disturbed you.
Not at all. Actually, I was counting on you visiting me tonight.
How strange, this painting. Beautiful, melancholic, yet with a haunting dignity.
Замок.
Indeed. A long time ago, a friend asked me to paint this for him. But I kept it in the end.
I did not know you were a painter, my lady.
There are many things you do not know about me, young Ekon.
Мне кажется, много чем занимается.
Please, call me Jonathan.
Please excuse my behavior, Jonathan. I tend to tease my friends when uneasy.
What is bothering you, my lady? Your letter was quite alarming.
We will talk about this in a few minutes. For now, I would like you to tell me about yourself. How have you been since we last met, my friend?
I came to the conclusion that my maker, whoever he might be, must be a powerful vampire. Certainly extremely old.
How have you reached this conclusion?
He is the only immortal I've seen appear in an ethereal form. His voice, his words seemed ancient.
Это который на мосту был? Такой типа красный демон?
The simple fact that your blood made Mary such a strong Ekon proves that you must be of ancient lineage.
I felt this power, radiating like an aura every time he appeared.
Most ancestral vampires of England were killed by the Guard of Prewen half a century ago. I wonder who your maker could be.
You have no idea who he could be?
Some of the ancient ones fled England.
О, вы из Англии.
Some may still be in hiding. All I know is you, my friend, are a pawn in some secret and obscure game of chess.
My
Да
sister
что
Mary,
такое, кошка?
she was made a vampire in the same way I was. She was the one killing all those people everywhere I went.
Vengeance is a powerful force for those betrayed. Made vampire through careless error. Victims by surprise.
I swear I did not intend that. If only I had known then how vampires are created.
Сестру жалко, ну да. Она немножко как-то сошла с ума от неизвестности, что ли, какой-то.
What do you mean?
I am merciless, Jonathan. I only feed on the dying, and I make sure they are dead before.
Я пью только кровь.
In the end, she implored me to put an end to her misery. But still, I felt I had taken her life twice.
I am so sorry for my accidental cruelty. Had I known your dear Mary was still
Сейчас, минутку.
alive, I would never have sent you to pray for her soul in that church.
There is no need to apologize, my lady. Your words have been most helpful in these difficult times.
Thank you, my friend. If only we could have guided your poor sister through her terrible nightmare.
I think I should ask the questions, your ladyship. After all, it was you who invited me to settle this most urgent of matters.
Fair enough, Jonathan. The situation is critical. We do not have the luxury for etiquette.
Please do not misunderstand me. I would be delighted to discuss mundane matters and idle trivialities.
If we survive the dark nights to come, we shall have all the time in the world to speak, you and I. For now, please follow me, Jonathan.
I must say, your house is exquisite.
Мне кажется, она не только
One of the
художник.
advantages of living forever is having the time to be selective with one's furnishings.
Можно стать кем угодно.
Liberty of having tea served.
You can still drink tea.
Can't keep it down, but I do so enjoy the aroma.
Чай с кровью?
To make believe.
Да что ты,
To your
кошка.
health, Jonathan.
And to yours, my lady.
Please, call me Elizabeth.
Так, что-то тут не то.
Why, truly, did you invite me here?
I've been asked to deliver an official invitation to meet the Ascalon Club.
Кто они?
Who are they? Really?
They are the embodiment of vampire law in Britain. Some say they influence the destiny of the Empire. Some believe they merely protect it.
How many are they?
Only a small number of powerful and deceitful immortals. All of them entangled in a sticky web of shadow cabinets, influencing trade.
Will they fight the guard of Prewen?
I doubt it. Fergal was Lord Redgrave's executioner forever and a day. By defeating that beast, you deprived them of a powerful weapon.
Бля, я его убила. Да. А мне кажется, что я могла бы его и не убивать.
Why use you to contact me?
Because they know we are close. The Ascalon Club has many spies. Their main occupation is gathering information and then deciding how to use it.
Have they threatened you in any way?
Not at all. Their message surprised me at first, but it is only logical considering the critical situation in London.
Why not ask for your help? since you are obviously a powerful and influential immortal yourself.
You have to understand that I am invisible to the eyes of Ascalon, for I am a woman. That suits me well, as long as they leave me alone.
Женщина? Ну и что? Она же вампир. У нее же такие же возможности, как и у мужчины, мне кажется. Такая же сильная.
Should I trust them?
Of course not. Do not misunderstand me. They can be very useful, but I believe their long-term goals differ from yours.
Why meet them then?
Because nothing truly important can be achieved in this city without their consent. They could be powerful allies in this current situation.
Should I lie to them?
We all lie, Jonathan. It falls to you to choose your behavior. The most important rule is to show them due respect.
They have done nothing but impede my investigations since I became known to them. Why would they want to see me now?
I guess they now see you as Ascalon material. They must have found out what happened to your sister.
Мне кажется, они просто хотят, чтобы он на них работал.
I'm not
Типа,
sure
что-то
I
им
can
там
accept their
выполнял,
invitation.
возможно.
I have seen their handiwork. How Fergal the Beast imposed the club's law.
You have no choice, Jonathan. Even I would not openly defy Lord Redgrave, the chairman of the Ascalon Club.
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave? Who is he?
Lord Redgrave is the founder and chairman of the Ascalon Club.
Граф Дракула.
Most mortals know him as the Earl of Bristol. He is rich and extremely influential.
Have you met him?
Only on rare occasions, for he never goes outside the club. And women are not awarded
Без баб.
membership, even immortals.
How old is he? How long?
Он
has
Гена
he been
Букин,
around?
что ли?
Lord Redgrave claims to be the progeny of William Marshall, the most valiant knight who ever lived. If that is true, he could be very old.
How powerful is his reach?
The Ascalon Club may be the most influential secret society in England. Not all its members are immortals, but they are all very powerful.
They are not all immortals. How is that?
The club is mainly comprised of political figures who seek the safety and expansion of the Empire. The most loyal are awarded immortality.
Any familiar or famous names?
As the richest, most relentless British tycoon, Aloysius Dawson is considered ideal Ascalon material and has been watched for years.
If you are convinced I must meet him, I will heed your advice.
Thank you, Jonathan. I understand your reluctance to brush shoulders with London's vampire elite, but we have no choice.
Is the situation that critical?
Yes. The Guard of Prewen has called for a second great hunt of our kind, and they will stop at nothing to eliminate us.
Will the Guard of Prewen and the Ascalon Club fight each other?
I doubt it. If Prewen really launched a great hunt, I think most of the Econs I know would flee the country to escape the bloodbath.
I think I saw them kill an Econ on the way to your house. They seem to have a list with...
Это я его
To
убила.
launch another great hunt, they must have collected
Вообще-то.
intelligence on vampire identities and whereabouts. They are a resourceful lot.
Should we fight back? I will not be hunted down like an animal again.
I admire your courage, Jonathan. But the best way to fight them is to put an end to the epidemic. This is the only way to clear the air.
У меня такое чувство, что стражи Привидена, они думают, что зараза... Типа, они думают, что виновники заразы это типа вампиры.
What is a great hunt?
The first
Поэтому
great
их
hunt
убивают.
was launched about 75 years ago. In just a few nights, the Guard of Prewen located and destroyed most of the old British vampires.
Why start a second one?
Priwen has always seen us immortals as a threat to mankind. My guess is they suspect one
Ну
or more
вот,
of us
возможно,
is
им
the
кажется, что
cause
это
of
мы
the
стали
epidemic.
причиной эпидемии.
How did you survive the first hunt?
I fled, Jonathan. Like most vampires who survived that slaughter. And I secretly came back when I was sure they
На
had
самом
lost
деле
my
это типа
trail.
не так.
You should flee then. Leave London, the country even. I have seen the Guard in action. They are merciless.
Your concern warms my heart, Jonathan. But fear not. If the situation gets too dangerous, I shall retreat to my secret Scottish manor. I could hide you in my luggage, if you wish.
Thank you for the offer. I shall keep it in mind, but I have much to do here. There is a question I must ask you. Could Lord Redgrave be my maker?
I doubt it. If Lord Redgrave had made you his progeny, he would not have seemed so surprised when you demonstrated the strength of your lineage.
What is the plan?
The plan is we both try to save this city, you and I. Go to Ascalon, accept their proposition, and use their influence to promote your agenda.
How can I save London?
The epidemic is the priority. You must find its origin and put an end to it. This is the best way to solve the crisis.
What will you do?
I still have contacts and old friends in this town. I shall make some inquiries and attempt to learn more of the situation. We need clarity.
Will I ever discover the identity of my maker?
Maybe not, Jonathan. We know for sure you were made by a powerful vampire, but most of those fled England long ago.
Please forgive my bluntness, but I have to ask.
Так она же сказала, что нет, но вряд ли.
Did you make me?
Oh, Jonathan. I know you shall always have a gnawing doubt about who made you an immortal, but I swear I had nothing to do with it.
You have no idea at all? You seem to know so many things about the secrets of the vampire underworld.
Even if I had my suspicions, I would not dare give you a name so soon. All I can say is this. I will make inquiries and keep you informed.
One day soon, I will have to find the answer to this mystery.
And I shall help you in your research, I promise. For now, you must go to the Ascalon Club and play their game.
Will I see you again at the Pembroke Hospital?
No, you will find me here if you need me. I shall conduct inquiries alone, and we can then share our discoveries.
Will you not visit Pembroke again?
No, I must remain discreet and avoid attracting attention to Pembroke Hospital for the time being.
But how will you sustain yourself?
I shall not, Jonathan. Fear not. I'm used to it.
When will we meet again?
As soon as you meet Lord Redgrave, I suppose. Fear not, my dear. I shall only be a heart's beat away.
I want to thank you for all your support and your help, my lady.
Could you do me a last great favor and call me Elizabeth?
I should be honored, my lady.
Then it is settled. Finally, some good news in these dark hours.
Thank you. I appreciate the advice. I had best prepare myself to meet this Lord Redgrave now.
How thrilling to meet the Earl of Bristol in the flesh, so to speak.
Something tells me you're not very keen on the man.
Don't get me wrong. The gentlemen of the Ascalon Club are honorable, but their attitude and opinions are somewhat antiquated.
I see.
As
Он
long as
такой
they deny
красный.
access to female applicants, I will leave them to their antediluvian considerations as to the natural order of things. Jonathan. Promise
Ой,
me
мне
you'll be
кажется, я
careful.
с ними как-то неосторожно буду разговаривать.
But why the fear in your voice?
Look at me, Jonathan.
I am.
I mean, really look at me, young Ekon.
Чё?
We may be deceptive by nature, But this heart of mine has always told the truth.
Elizabeth.
Go, my friend. But come back to me soon.
Вот так. Пинсбери Гейт.
So, time to visit the Ascalon Club.
Эскалон Клаб. А он где-то здесь находится? В этой области. Так. Тут я все подобрала. Думаю, да. Ящики. Так, ну что же, пока что тут остановлюсь.